Hi y'all, welcome to my channel. Just in case if you're new here, my name is Clay. I do makeup here, and if that's something that you're interested in, feel free to subscribe and turn on my bell post notifications. In today's video, I'm going to show you how I came from looking like this onto looking like this. Make sure to stay tuned after the intro. So I'm going to do something a little different. First things first I'm going to do is I'm going to prime. I'm going to take a small bit in my hand like this. And I'm just going to rub my hands together because this is a thicker formula and it needs to melt. And I'm just going to rub that all over the face. And I'm going to take a little bit of setting spray and just squirt that all over the face. And take that and merge it into the primer. And I'm going to go ahead and work on my foundation. I'm going to use a new foundation today that I bought because we recently got Sephora at our local Kohl's. So that was exciting. I've been wanting to try out this foundation for a while. I'm just going to put like a few pumps on the back of my Bath & Body Works lid because I don't like to get the product on my hands. And I'm going to take a sponge. It's sort of dried out. It's a new sponge from the Dollar General. It was $1. So couldn't pass up that deal. And I'm going to spray it with some setting spray to rehydrate it a little bit. I'm going to take my sponge and get a little bit saturated. How's everyone doing? I hope you're doing well. And if you can, I have a goal to get monetized. It would be greatly appreciated if you would like, comment, and also subscribe and watch this video all the way through till the very end so that I can get my watch hours up. That would be greatly appreciated if you could do so. This sponge does suck up a lot of the product, or the foundation is a little watery. That is a beautiful foundation. I'm going to go ahead and apply some concealer. I'm going to use the CoverGirl True Blend Concealer, Undercover Concealer. And I'm just going to apply a small amount right there and right there. And I'm just going to take my finger and blend it out. Just do tapping motions so that it can sort of just melt. And I'm just going to slowly bring it outwards and tap on the other dot and bring it inwards and lower it down. This is a highly pigmented concealer, by the way. And I'm just going to take the sponge and blend it out where I can give it more of that airbrush finish. And this concealer might be actually a little too light for me. So I may have to go back to the store and get a new one because this was my winter shade. And I'm going to take a little bit of setting spray, spray the sponge because it's starting to settle into my fine lines. And I'm just going to press out the concealer underneath the eyes. And a pro tip, if you take the sponge and just start from the inner corner when you're blending it out and going upwards, it gives it more of a defined lifted look. Now I'm going to go ahead and apply some contour. And I'm just going to define the cheekbones. I do have an oval face, so I like to go downwards underneath the cheekbone. And I like to stipple that out with a foundation brush to give it more of a define and also seamless blend. Because when you go back and forth like this, it tends to disturb the foundation underneath. You want this to merge into the foundation to create the illusion of a shadow. That's the goal with contour. You want to redefine or reshape the face structure. Whatever's left over, I'm just going to go ahead and apply that on the side of the nose. And I'm going to try out a new setting powder by Wet n Wild. It's the pink setting powder. And pink has been very trendy right now at the moment. And honestly, depending on your skin tone, this is going to look phenomenal, especially if you're a cool tone baddie like me. I'm just going to take a very small amount. Dang, that picks up a lot of... Literally, I'm still knocking it off. I'm very tempted to blow at this, but it's going to end up contaminating my brushes. Lord Jesus, how much did I pick up? And I just want to do like a light dusting. Where I am getting in my 30s and I'm starting to get older, a heavy amount of powder will end up making my under eyes looking like the Sahara Desert. If you do apply powder, make sure there's barely a minimal amount. And you don't tap it, you brush it over the area you're wanting to set, like you were sweeping up dirt off of the floor. Basically what you're doing is dusting this. This looks good on me. This really does look good on me. And I'm going to take a little bit over that contour to set it. And I'm going to blend out this forehead to apply the powder, because I have scars on my forehead, it's not wrinkles, from bad Chinese makeup that I bought off of wish.com. A little bit of setting spray on the forehead, and I'm just going to blend that out. And I'm just going to go ahead and do a light dusting with the setting powder over the forehead. And that might be too much pink on the forehead. A little bit of setting spray should go ahead and tone that down, but I'll do that later. Now I'm going to go ahead and do some blush since I went in with that pink powder. And this looks like the correct tone that I should be using for the setting powder, especially since it's pink. And I just take a little bit on the brush, then push it into the bristles to give it more of an airbrushed look. Then whatever's left over, I just wave off. And I'm just going to go in with a very light amount, consolidating it at the side of the face, sort of like an angle of the face. Not exactly on the side of the face, but not in the front. I'm just going to go ahead and take it upwards where right above the contour is, to give it more of a natural pink luminous look. You're maybe looking at this right now and being like, I don't see anything. You can tell a stark difference when you finally get to see this side of my face. And if that's not enough for your liking, you just go in with a little more. You press into the bristles, you knock it off again, and you apply a little more. Now I'm going to go in with some bronzer, and I'm going to go in with a separate brush. Yes, I technically hit pan, but I'm going to use more of it before I buy another bronzer. I'm going to go in with a separate brush because I don't like using the same brushes for blush and bronzer because it ends up making it look muddy. I go in with the bigger brush since this is more of a bronzing technique, and I just take a little bit right there at the side of the face, right into the hairline, and sort of merge it into the hairline to sort of disguise that white demarcation, that separation between the foundation and my hairline. Basically, I'm creating a disguise and also warming up the face. Whatever's left over, I just take on the sides of the nose, a little bit on the chin. So I want to try this once more. My last video, I did review the Wet n Wild Chameleon collection, and I pretty much shit all over everything except for this, because until it ended up falling apart on me, I pressed it back together. And I want to go ahead and give this a second chance, since underneath different circumstances of styles and makeup, hopefully it doesn't fall apart again. I could not find the highlighter brush that I normally use, so I'm going to use an eyeshadow brush to make sure it's clean. I'm going to use my Quick Cleaner by Eco Tools Daily Brush Cleanser Quick Dry, and I'm just going to take an old shirt and just rub off the excess product off of the brush, because this is a dirty brush. It's clean. Just make sure it's clean. Yep, it's clean. I'm going to go ahead and take a little bit of this right on the back of this brush, and I'm just going to squirt it down, and I'm just going to wave the brush so that it can sort of set, but not all the way set. It's pretty. I wish it was a little more gold, and I'm just going to apply that on the high points of my face. A little bit on the nose, a little bit above the brow, a little bit above the Cupid's bow. I know Republicans normally do that, but I'm still stuck in 2016. I still love a shiny Cupid's bow. And a little bit on the chin right here. And I'm going to take a sponge and start blending it out. We're going to have more of a seamless look. So I'm going to try out some new makeup. I did receive this in PR from e.l.f. and Influencer. They did send me some new glosses, some lipples technically, and also a single shadow. I will be incorporating these in my look today because I really do want to try these out. I have swatched these on the back of my hand, have put them on my lips, but I want to see what it looks like with makeup. And no, this video is not sponsored. I'm gonna go ahead and apply the Glow River Lip Oil in the shade Money Mauve. I believe that's what it's called because I could barely see it with my poor eyesight. I'm gonna try both these out just to see which one's better for this look. And I'm just gonna apply that on the lips. This is a very sheer formula, but like it's very natural looking and also gives it more like that chocolate look. Oh my gosh, that is beautiful. I really do like this. It does have like a minty taste to it, and it is very sticky oily. I think it might be oil, very thick oil. I'm gonna go ahead and wipe that off. I'm gonna go ahead and try out the Glow River Lip Oil Glimmer Finish, which means it has glitter in it. And this is in the shade Princess Cut. Strange name. Let's go ahead and apply this directly on the lips. Oh my gosh, that is so pretty. I'm rubbing my lips together and I don't feel the glitter. I may end up feeling it if I start getting like really aggressive with it. But this is a very pretty shimmery look. Very pinky, very peachy, very warm, very beautiful for like late spring to early summer. And it does have that same mint taste and also that same thickness of oil. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and reapply this one and wipe off my mouth since it more fits the look. And I'm going to go ahead and work on the eyes. I'm going to use the Juvia's Place eye primer. Still the best affordable drugstore eye primer on the market, even though that it leaks inside the cap. I'm going to go ahead and redo the song and dance while I'm doing this. Yes, this is unsanitary. No, I do not recommend anyone to do this. Please do not do this on your clients because this can cause like a lot of problems. Why do I do it? Why don't I practice what I preach? Because I am not going to waste one single drop of this because I am cheap. Please don't do that to anyone else, and I don't recommend for you to do it. But if you do it, I can't control you. I'm going to go ahead and take my sponge and blend that out across the entire lid. Oh gosh, that went on way too heavy. Oh gosh, that's not going to plan. I'm going to improvise. This was looking so good. Should I just go fully creative? No, I'm going to be creative today. I'll just apply some more foundation underneath the eyes and reset it because this didn't turn out to plan. I'm going to apply some bronzer on the lids because I have another e.l.f. product I want to try out. So I'm just going to take this brush, push it into the bristles, knock off the excess, and start blending all over the lid because I want to do a simple shadow look. Oh, does that look good? Oh my gosh, that does look good. Take whatever's left over and put it on the lower eyelid. So I'm going to try out the single shadow, which is the e.l.f. Fine Flake Glitter Eyeshadow. Let's go ahead and try this out with my finger. Ooh, pretty. Hello. It's very, very subtle. This is probably one of those products you have to layer. Let's put a little bit above the cupid's bow. I know Landon Reeds, you probably seen him on here doing like conservative makeup saying, don't put it above your lip, it makes you look sweaty. Don't tell me what to do. I'm just going to put a little bit on my nose to continue the cohesion and just apply a little bit right there. Oh, this is very, very natural looking. What is this? I think this is a straight up pure mica mix with like whatever preservative that they put in there to make it creamy. So there's no extra dyes or glitters in here, I don't think, because this is a little too smooth. So I think this might be actually pure mica. Finely ground mica. Pretty. I like it. Good job. Where is my... I'm going to go ahead and apply some mascara. No, I am not doing eyeliner because I don't like to do eyeliner. I dread doing eyeliner. And I'm just going to go ahead and take the mascara and put it through the lashes to make it look natural. This is a Clump Crusher by CoverGirl. This is one of my favorites. And just take a little bit, pull the eye down, and put a little bit on the lower lashes. Pretty. I have very long lower lashes, but like I normally don't even bother with putting mascara down there because I can easily mess it up. I don't know if anyone can relate to that, but and no, I'm not shaving my unibrow. I'm gonna go ahead and put on some Ione lashes, and that's in the shape. 1 second. The only thing that I could really find on it is DT2408. Last episode, I did not have any glue, so I went to the Dollar General and bought some new Kiss glue lashes thing. Something or another. Look gorgeous already. I'm going to go ahead and take the Access product on the glue wand. Don't do this unless these lashes have not been used. And I'm just going to allow that to get tacky for a moment to get the right one. Yes, I got the correct lash. I'm going to need to get a mirror for this. My best tip, what I've found out for lashes, first curl them, but I hate curling them and I can't find my curling thing. And that does not want to stick. I am the worst person in the world to give this advice to. But I can't find my lash clamps. My best advice is to take the lashes, start off in the inner corner by trying to get it stuck. And that completely dried. We're going to try that again. Start in the inner corner, place it, and try to get it to stick. And I'm just going to try. There is a huge gap. Why is it not wanting to stick? This is why I don't like wearing lashes. Because I can't get it to stick. Boo! So I finally got that on, but I'm going to go ahead and put on a little thicker mascara by CoverGirl. This is the something or another. And this pretty much gives like a fully volumized lash. I'm trying to disguise it into the natural lash now. And I'm just like holding that up into it, hoping that the natural lash will stick to it a little more. This is a lash comb. I normally do it for my natural lashes. There we go. That's a little better, but I think I might have stripped out some lashes from it, so I guess that's okay. And I'm just going to take my finger and sort of just push the lashes up where they will look a little more wispy and not droop down. I think I'm missing a part of the tail end. I think there might have been a manufacturing issue because I bought these before, the same exact ones, but like they look different now. Now I'm going to go ahead and take some brow gel by Believe Beauty. This is in the shade Taupe. And sort of just redefine and structure the brows and add a little more tint to them, just so I have a high arch. They won't look so patchy because I have bald spots in my brows from having testicularitis as a child. That would pick out my eyebrows so much because I had like a nervous disorder, and like at the same time I would get nervous in class and I'd start picking out my eyebrows, and they put me on medication that ended up intensifying it and making it worse. There we go. I'm just going to go ahead and put that through the brow. And I'm going to go ahead and finish this other eye off camera. I just finished up both eyes, and I'm just going to go ahead and set the look with some setting spray. And I'm just going to draw on the face. And I'm going to take my sponge and blend out from underneath the eye and blend out the forehead. And this is the completed look. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and share this video to all your friends. And with that being said, I do thank you for watching. Remember to do all things with love, and until next time, bye.